Hi, fifth grade. So today we're going to be looking at word problems with adding and subtracting of whole numbers and decimals. Now I know you're thinking, well, we've already been doing word problems with adding and subtracting, but for these word problems, we're going to be looking at multi-step type word situations where you might have to do some adding and some subtracting in the same problem. So before we get started, do you have your paper and your pencil so that you can follow along? If you don't, get up now and go get the paper and your pencil before you begin. So hit pause if you need to get it, and when you're ready, hit play again. Okay, so a couple of expectations for when you're doing one of these videos with Mrs. Lehman. You need to make sure that you're following along in your record sheet, and at any time that you start to get confused or you can't remember what I said, just hit the pause button and rewind and go back and listen to it again. Make sure that when you're done with this video, you understand the lesson that I was teaching. So let's get started with word problems for adding and subtracting. So the first problem that you see on your paper says model problem on the top of it. So for this whole one, you're going to watch me go through the whole process of solving this, and you're going to follow along in your paper. So if I write something down on my paper here on the screen, you're going to copy it down on your paper also. So let's start by reading the problem. Mrs. Smith has $20.41 in her checking account. She bought shampoo for $3.89 and spent $12.32 putting gas in her car. She was paid $15.57 and deposited her pay into her checking account. How much money does she have in her checking account now? Whoa, okay. This is a lot of information. So what we're looking at is an adult who's keeping track of their money so that they know how much money they have in their account to spend or use for all those things that they need to use. So down here at the bottom, this box is an example of what a checkbook would look like, just a small little part of somebody's checkbook. And in this checkbook, Mrs. Smith is keeping track of everything that's going on with her money, what money she's spending and what money she's getting, okay? So up here in the problem, it says that she had $20.41 in her checking account. So her starting balance is one of those fancy bank words for amount of money. So her starting amount of money is written right here, $20.41. So the next part of the problem says she bought shampoo for $3.89. Well, if she bought shampoo, that means that she spent money. Okay, so when you spend money, that's known as a withdrawal. So right here, you see the word withdrawal. And you see that she bought shampoo and she spent $3.89 on shampoo. Okay, so if she had $20.41 and she spent $3.89, we need to figure out how much money does she have now. So down here at the bottom, really quick, I'm going to erase that circle. Down here at the bottom, we're going to do some math. Okay, and there we go. So I'm going to start with $20.41, and I'm going to subtract $3.89 to find out how much money she has left. So I'm going to go through the process of regrouping and doing the subtraction. So 1 minus 9 I can't do, so I'm going to change that to a 3, and that becomes an 11. 11 minus 9 is 2. Can't do 3 minus 8. Can't borrow from the 0, so I'm going to go over here and regroup. This becomes 1. This becomes 10, and then 9, so I can give to that, and that becomes 13. 13 minus 8 is 5, 9 minus 3 is 6, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So after buying shampoo, Mrs. Smith has $16.52. So I'm going to keep track the whole way down this side right here of how much money she has in the total. Okay, so after she bought the shampoo, she also put gas in her car. So she spent $12.32 on gas. So she spent it, which means I need to subtract that from her total. So her total was $16.52, and she spent $12.32. So 2 minus 2 is 0, 5 minus 3 is 2, 6 minus 2 is 4, 1 minus 1 is nothing. So after getting gas, she has $4.20 left. The last part of the problem says she was paid $15.57. So when she's paid, that's money she's actually getting, and that's called a deposit. So she's going to put that money into the bank so that her total grows. So since it's a deposit, we're going to start with $4.20, and we're going to add, because it's a deposit, we're going to add $15.57. So 7, 7, 9, and 1. So at the end of all of her spending and getting paid, she has $19.77. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to move on to your first independent question. Here's a question very similar to the last one about Mr. and Mrs. Williams. Okay, so I'm going to get you started with this question, and then you're going to finish it on your own. So it says, Mr. and Mrs. Williams have a shared checking account. It has a starting balance of $687.14. So that starting balance is going to go right here, and that's what you're starting. And then you need to go through and look at the problem and find out what are the things that they're using their money for. Is it a withdrawal? Is it a deposit? And then at the very end, come up with whatever money they have in their account after they're done paying all of their bills and getting money. Okay, so right now you need to hit pause, solve the problem, and then come back and I will share the answer with you. So hit pause, and I'll be back with you in a couple minutes. Okay, so we're back, and I'm going to go through this problem. So they started with $687.14. They're paying their bills, so their first bill is electric. So they had electric, and then they had a car payment, and then they bought groceries, and then they got paid, so paycheck. So all the money they spent are withdrawals. So for their electric bill, it was $56.76. Their car payment was $213.53. And their groceries were $99.32. Okay. The salary is a deposit. So that one was $514.20. Lost my marker. 25 cents. Okay, so now I have to go through here and do some math in order to find out what their total is. Okay, so I'm going to start with their beginning balance of $687.14. I'm going to subtract their electric bill. So subtracting their electric bill, after they pay their electric bill, they have $630.38. And then they need to pay their car payment. So I'm just going to continue subtracting. Okay, so after they pay their car bill, they have $416.85. And then we still need to subtract their groceries. Okay, after they pay all of their bills, they have $317.53. And then they got a paycheck. So we have to add their paycheck in. Hold on 1 second. Let me erase that and fix that. Okay, so at the end, they have 800. They have $831.78. Okay, so on your paper, check and see if you have the same answer as me, and make sure that you mark whether you got the question correct the first time. And if you had an error, look at it, your work, analyze, and explain what your error was. Okay, we're going to move on to the next question. And I want you to go ahead and read through the question, solve it on your own. When you're ready to check your work, then hit play. So pause, solve, and then hit play when you're ready to check your work. Okay, so this question is talking about some major cities in Pennsylvania with their populations. So it tells you the population of Philadelphia is 1,560,000 people. Pittsburgh is 305,412 people. And Allentown is 119,104 people. The question asks you, what is the total population of the major cities in Pennsylvania? So it's asking for a total population. So total is one of those clue words that signals we should add. So we're going to add all three of these numbers together. So we have to make sure that we line them up so that the positions are lined up from the right, making sure that there's a digit in the ones, the tens, and the hundreds up through as high as we need to go, which is in the millions position. Once we have all of the digits written and everything lined up, we're going to add to get the total. Okay, so following along, checking your work. In the ones column, we get a 6. In the tens column, there's a 1. In the hundreds column, answer's 5. Then we have a comma. For the thousands column, we get 14, so we need to regroup right above the 6. For the 10,000s column, we have 6 plus 1 plus 1, which is 8. For the hundreds column, we have 5 plus 3 plus 1, which is 9, and then another comma, and we have a 1. So the final answer is that the total population of the major cities in Pennsylvania is 1,984,516 people. Okay, on your paper, make sure that you've checked whether you got it correct the first time, and if you made a mistake, look at it, figure out what your mistake is, and write it down. Okay, and we have one more question for today. This one's an independent problem, so I'm not going to solve this one for you. You're going to stop the video, you're going to solve this one, and then hand it in, and I will look at it and check it later and get back to you and let you know how you did on this problem about Mr. Wonders. Okay, so good luck, and remember when you're finished, hand in your paper, and make sure you take your time.